Um, I decided to go live today since we are in the energy of clearing and cleansing and stepping into our highest power. Um, and that many people on this page are artists and activists and um, creatives. I thought it would be helpful to also talk about ethics within the career and why it's important to be ethical, what that really looks like. Hi, um, hi, um, what it really looks like and what it means to be ethical and how you can manifest it. And if you see me looking over here, it's because I have my iPad here with notes. So don't mind me. I'm just looking right over here. Um, but this energy right now is extremely clearing. It's extremely um, imbalancing, but also can manifest things really quickly. So if you're an artist, like your energy already is very much so in the cosmos. So if you're an artist, like let me know in the comments like what kind of artistry you do, or if you're a healer. Like I consider healers, herbalists, like everybody artists, everyone like um creatives in their own sense. Like whenever you are connected to the universe, it's your art, right? I feel like we're always like trying to put things into boxes, but artistry is not like that. um so uh since I had my billboard yesterday. Hi everyone, hi. I was just saying, let me know if you're an artist, and what kind of art that you do. I wanted to talk about ethics within the art industry in many aspects, because for many of you, you know that I am a musician, I'm a tarot reader, content creator, producer. I do many things. I'm a dancer, I'm a painter, and the path to spiritually awakening and being an artist and being ethical is not always easy, but it's always worth it. And for anybody who's new here, there was a point in my career, where I tried to go down. All of the above, but in the closet. Thanks for everything. Yeah, of course. Happy to help. All of the above. Me too. Whatever like my divine soul wants to do is what I will create with the universe. Who else is an artist? Let me know. I also want to know your astrology signs. I feel like there's always a theme. You're an artist. It's hard. Or you're an artist. It's hard to gain support because I don't speak damaging words over. Yeah. So that's an amazing point. I will say, uh, in my own career, I had to consciously choose to, in some senses, people would say I would lose things, right? I walked away from a lot of good opportunities. I walked away from a better distribution deal, for my music, because it was being distributed by Rock Nation, and I took my music down, and I just decided to take a different route. And I knew it was going to be harder. I knew that I was going to face different things, but I was trusting in the spirit, as in spirit, and my craft. And like you said that there is support, I feel like, in the music industry and in other artist industries when you are a lot more confrontational. But if you're someone like me and like you who are extremely spiritual and of the light, we don't want to cause harm, like we just want to help. It's hard for people to be able to get behind you. And, even for the competition that I'm in, like learning and one of my favorite coach always says, like learning how to say things in different ways so people can be motivated to move, to go grow, to go help, because we're all placed in a society and a system, right? The matrix, as people say, that kind of force you into only reacting to things that are traumatic. So anything that looks healthy, you're like, I don't know what that looks like. It's too boring. I don't want to support it, right? Same thing with like relationships, you'll like push the good people away because they're boring, and then like go towards the ones that are more traumatic. Let me see what else I tried before, but I was too scared. What did you try? I would love to know what you tried. Sagittarius. Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius too. Sagittarius, Leo rising, Aquarius moon. Um, can I do ASMR? Happy to. I can add that in. Not right now, but I can. That actually sounds like it would be really fun. Sag, Sun, Moon, Cancer, the emotional adventure. Yeah, I love that. To be an artist. So you were actually like painting and things like that. Yeah, so that realm can be tricky as well. Which is why like manifesting and using your intuition. Like, one of my clients is an artist, but they do many avenues, but they're a painter. And so I was helping them kind of manifest in a very direct way so they could go towards the art shows where they would actually make money. And I remember the moment that they manifested a show that was for them. I was like, just follow the signs, don't do all the other ones, just follow the signs. They followed the signs and sold their art and also met someone. And so it's kind of like when you can be in that energy of allowing the universe to tell you where to go, it gets a lot easier. But it's not it, I will say that like doing the healing and doing your spirituality together and trying to make money as an artist can be challenging, right? Like through and through. I totally get that. But I invite you to keep doing it if you are not doing it right now. Do I like Scorpios? I love all the signs. I used to date a Scorpio, and it was interesting. It was so interesting. But I was also in the phase of my life where like I kind of consider my energy very fluid back then. So I was dating a female who was a Scorpio, and we were both spiritual. And I'm too much of a seer to be like, Scorpios are so deep, so deep that I felt like I was like drowning in there. Um, I love Scorpios. I actually don't have a lot of Scorpio friends, to be honest. I have nothing against them. Scorpios have that like death and rebirth cycle over and over and over again, so I can't always be around their energy. I have a lot of friends who are earth signs, like Taurus and Capricorns. I have a lot of earth in my chart, even though I'm a fire sign. Um, but yeah, I also want to know if you're going to go back to art. Um, so some things I will say, like when you are learning to recognize who to go towards in terms of like how, like what is ethical, I would the first thing I always recommend is like writing a list of what your art means to you and what your non-negotiables are, right? So for me, can I worship you? I don't know. What does that even mean? um I always write down like what's important to me. So if you're an artist on this page, like how do you choose how to be ethical in your art? Like I also want to know that. Like I always write down like for my painting or like for my music, for instance, like I always try to go independent. I try not to support companies that are like not like, I choose the companies that are anti-war, but I have to be really careful because I realize that there's so many people that need healing that are on platforms that um, aren't aware of the oppression. So it's like, as an activist, we kind of have to balance, right? Like, if everybody leaves us a certain platform, there has to be a small percentage of us who are still keeping our eyes out so we can get the people who are needing help, right? Because not everybody has the same access. So writing down things that are important to you and like, where are you willing to take the risk, and what does that actually mean for you, and what you believe inside. Like my biggest thing with artists is I always want an artist to thrive and make money. So I'm constantly helping my clients learn how to generate income that is sustainable for them, and to go for the big amounts. And then you have the little ones where you can kind of like tinker with things. But artists are multifaceted. Like, we're not meant to do one thing. So it's okay to explore many different things as long as you are also focusing on like your long term. Um, because I am a mistress. I am no mistress. Um, Taurus Sun, Libra Moon, Leo Rising. Oh, your name is really familiar. Nasim. Your story has recently found me, and I'm so grateful. Oh, thank you for voting for me. Yes, everyone, like, seriously, keep voting. What time is it? Yeah, there's only 2 hours left before this round closes. And if I don't get to number one, then I don't get to go to the next round. But I like am so grateful that I made it this. We've been hanging on for weeks, and I've literally been praying every single day because I love this competition, and I love just like seeing what light warriors can do. And this just proves even more to me that community always works. Community always freaking works. And I know the music industry is going to change. I know the film industry is going to change because there's a lot of people like us who are lifting each other up to get there. Um, and I also had written down, but wasn't I didn't share it yet. That was like, winning. What would I do with those tickets? I would obviously keep one or two for myself, but I would give them to the people who I've been watching on YouTube. That's literally my plan because I'm really big at bringing people with me, and giving people visibility. So that is on my radar, folks. And Spirit always highlights to me folks who are ready to step into the spotlight. Greetings of peace and salutations, sincere life. This world short term, every soul shall. Yes, they will worship none but one God. Thank you for your thoughts. I appreciate it. On this page, we don't really tell people what to do. Really, it's all sorts of religions and beliefs and creeds and magical folk. Because this is a generational healing page. So I invite you to, you know, say your well wishes and then not wish people to do other things. It's time for us a new wave of spiritual artists to pop out. Hi, Angela. Yes, it's so true. I was telling my friend I called it because we all consider ourselves nerds. Like, we were nerds forever and ever. We always will be. We love that. I was like, it's the rise of the spiritual nerds. Like, we've always been around, and now we're all learning how to step into the spotlight and be confident because we're like, oh yeah, like we're actually the ones who can help everybody, because we love each other like so much and we love this world. But for the longest time, we've had to like hide our gifts and hide who we are. And there's no more time for that. None of that. No more of that. We're all gonna stick together and like do our magical things with spirit and the universe and our ancestors and keep going. Um, yeah, oh my gosh, so cool. Can I please see your art? Yeah. So aside from my music, I have one piece up here. I'll actually grab it. Let me see. I have two. So I do a couple different things. I actually draw anime, and I'm not ready to show anybody my anime yet. But I do a lot of like watercolor and things like this. And I had done a video where I talked about how my art is usually a depiction of the future. Every time I draw something, it's something that I'm meant to see. And this was the countryside that I ended up seeing when I was driving to pick up a piece of equipment. It's like Spirit always sends me on a long drive through the countryside for some reason lately. Can I please? Yeah. I am scared to do what I love. You should totally not be scared, but I get it. I totally get it. Because it's a part, like, being an artist, it's a part of our soul that we put on here. Like, in my last apartment, well, when I lived in Sacramento, there was this older man who lived in the apartments. He always went to the pool at the same time. I swear he was some sort of angel. Like, and he would come over and he always needed healing. He lived by himself and he would literally talk to his birds in his house. And everybody thought he was creepy, but he never gave me any bad feelings. I was like, you're just a lonely person looking for love, like looking for someone to connect with. And so I had given him my number, and every day he would send me pictures of birds and I would send him pictures of my art. And then one day I drew him something, like I just channeled by the pool and I gave it to him, and he like started crying and he was like, this like he's like, I thought about like leaving this earth, and this makes me want to stay because you have such a bright energy, and now I get to keep a piece of it for myself and like look at it and remember what it means, because he was also a veteran, and so he was in like deep PTSD. So it's like you never know like what your art can do for somebody else. I have another one. I haven't framed it yet. That was actually on my list to do today. um, so this is my other piece. I don't know if you can see it. It might be a little big to put. It actually goes like this. Actually, no. I kind of like it like this. What do you think? This is my other one. It's way bigger, but I love this piece so much. I've been obsessed with this one. And obviously, like when you start working with watercolor, you never know like what it's quite going to turn out to. But I swear to you, it's like the one, like for some reason, me and watercolor are like, oh yeah, watercolor. Um, and so I'll paint actually when it's dark. So I can't quite see the colors. And that's how I also just channel. Like I'm just like la 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 la. And then when I feel done, I just leave it. I never go back to the painting. Like I usually paint in one session, then put it away. And then I put it away somewhere. Like I will literally move it somewhere, let it dry, and then look at it in the morning and be like, I love it. Like it's a whole session. And this ended up actually being a part of this Oshun statue thing. And it was a zoomed in peacock feather. And there's another one I have. It was like red. It kind of looks like a bird, but it was my face and I was about to fall. And it was like, I was holding my camera and I kind of took a picture and it was my red braids across my face. And I turned it and I was like, oh, everybody thinks they're funny. Um, I did one of a peacock feather that's similar. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So cool. Whoa, the colors are incredibly gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, I honestly didn't know that I could do this. I mean, like, because some watercolor looks like watercolor, but I feel like my watercolor looks like oil, looks like oil painting. So I thought that was really interesting, but I love art history, and I was actually going to go to design school, and I'm probably going to take some things and turn it into something else. But yeah, I highly recommend you use your art. Um, I don't know what those are. Cristiano, is that how you say your name? Um, what are your types of like favorite art? I missed what's your sign? You're giving fire, but also maybe water. Okay. Okay. So like a lot of people think I am a water sign, but it's because water is my element, my soul's element. So I will present as water, and I will also sometimes present as earth, depending my setting. But I am a Sagittarius sun, so I'm a fire sign, a Leo rising. So I'm like, in my lifetime, I'm supposed to rise into being a Leo and like stepping into the spotlight, basically. But I'm also an Aquarius moon, so I'm like huge humanitarian, like hugely. It's been in me since I was little. I was thinking about this outside, even like I was like, I don't even like cutting like weeds down because I'm like, they're not weeds. They're like just flowers and like bugs. And I was like, come on. Like it was taking me forever because I was trying to move all the ladybugs to a different spot. My mom's like trying to get things done, you know? Um, Yay, yeah, Leo rising sisters and air moons. Yeah, so Aquarius moons are so cool because well, anybody who's an Aquarius, if you have, or if you have any sort of placement, like where humanitarianism is a part of your chart and Aquarius is attached to it, it's like we're also like the weird humanitarians. So we don't do things in a normal way. Um, and someone kind of told me this story of like, uh, what's it called? Like there's people in a village and then there's folks who like need water and then the normal people go get buckets and do all these things, but then the Aquarius like sneaks away, finds a way to get a ton of water that's like nobody would have thought of and brings it back and like helps everybody, but they'll probably never tell you how they did it. Um, hi, you what uh you're an Aquarius sun. I love that. Oh, also, I listened to the Harriet album yesterday. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Have you seen the movie? You need to see the movie. I love the movie. And I used to work for a company in Santa Barbara when I was a product developer in like the fashion realm. Our company actually sponsored the film festival in Santa Barbara, and so I always got like a ton of tickets to the shows. And Cynthia, who plays Harriet, did a lot of those songs, wrote them herself, and also did the river crossing on their own. Like they didn't want to wear any of the warm clothes. They were like, if I'm gonna do this for my ancestors and honor Harriet, I'm gonna do it the way Harriet did it. It's an incredible movie, and just to hear them talk about it, like I love it 10 times more. And they're just a very strong channeler. I'm glad you listened to that album. Has anybody else listened to it? What messages did I miss? I'm likely to miss something, so it's fine. Leo, Virgo, cusp, sun. Ooh, are you always planning, but like in a fast way? Uh, Libra moon, I love that. Cancer rising. How is this portal going for you as a Cancer rising? Bye, Holly. See you later. Goosebumps. Um, yeah. No, it's like you need to watch it. Uh, in the beginning of my like activist journey, I actually channeled and then made I called them like I called it a freedom playlist. That spirit was sending me songs in order to like begin the work. And I always put songs from that album on there. It's amazing. I like 10,000% something everybody needs to do. For anybody who's new in here, are any of you artists? Like what kind of art do you do? What do you do? Are you like working in an office? Are you a healer? Are you chilling on life? Are you like, I'm trying to find my purpose, but I don't really know? Because we were talking about art. I don't mind talking about the portal at all. I'm happy to always switch topics. Um, yeah, so this portal is bananas. First, I will start with that. Oh yay! Felt a shift momentum, feeling lighter, moving forward. Yes, amazing. Because that always tells me that you have been doing the work. So this portal is very strong. April is really strong. Um, sometimes you can say it's like a chaos energy, and people have a negative connotation with the word chaos, but chaos just means like fast and unpredictable energy. Like it's moving very rapidly. Ancestors are moving really rapidly. Spirit is like destroying and building, destroying and building all at the same time. So if you have been um, someone who has been doing the work and grounding yourself right now, you're going to feel good and your manifestations are still going to be coming in. You might still have to do some clearing, which is totally fine, but for the most part, like you're going to get through this portal, but it's a fast manifestation thing. So it's like if you are feeling really anxious 1 minute, immediately sit down and like do your meditations because it'll manifest in your 3D like super fast, like super fast. Um, and if you are like manifesting love, like be in the frequency of love, I suggest everybody like just doubling their ritual time right now. Like if you usually spend 1 hour in the rising, like spend 2 hours. Because we're preparing for May, which is going to be less like chaos energy, so less of this going on, and more of like this. But when we hit June is when it's like the 144 are just going to be popping out like bananas. So if you like resonate with being with 144 or stepping into the spotlight and you've been putting in the work, like you're already starting to see your manifestations and you've been having to kind of like work in silence. And then you might be moving, relocating, studying new things, getting opportunities that you're kind of like keeping on the hush hush. And then at the end of May, you're gonna shift. There's gonna be another big shift, just like there's a shift right now. And then it's gonna be like boom, June, things are just gonna be popping into your life. But this portal is very rocky. So if you're super sensitive to energy, go be with Pachamama, go be with Gaia. Um, for my moon cycle, because I'm on my moon cycle right now, I was at the water every single day. I was covering myself with sand. I was bathing in the river and like dunking myself and praying and like doing whatever I could to balance energy because I'm a seer, so not like being a psychic is a little bit different, being a medium is a little bit different, being a seer, it's the collective everything all at one time. And so in order for me to like be able to write my name, like how like you have to do some extra cleansing. You're a vocal artist searching for my tribe. Hi, welcome to the tribe. I'm a coach, started doing branding, but I'm in a healing way. Yeah, unlocking blocks and coming home to myself through expressing true selves. Also, my birthday is Tuesday. Happy early birthday! I've just been releasing and shedding. Yeah, perfect timing. Perfect timing. That means so much is going to come to you. 2 weeks, the portal lasts 2 weeks. Take advantage all. Yeah, like literally this is a time for you to sit down, light your candles, do your journaling, put yourself out there. Like even if stuff feels hard, like I feel like sometimes when there's spiritual growth going on, um people think that if there's hurdles, it means you're not supposed to take that path, but that's not true. Like it just means it's a little bit like more rough to take that path. It doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you stop. It just means, are you going to keep going? Right? Like spirit's kind of like, are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep clicking the button? Or are you just going to give up? Right? Like how much do you want it? So like keep shifting forward. Um, yeah, so happy to explain it. And like any questions, you're welcome to drop it in the chat. I love just answering questions. There are very unique artists, but the industry ignores them. Yeah, so um it there is that where I don't even know if I would explain it like that because there's also a sense of accountability, right? Like um those before us built a very interesting industry that favored certain behavior, right? So, in order to be a part of the industry, now sometimes you had to be fitting in that idea of the life that they had kind of built, which is why accountability is so important for all of us, and realizing that if we want to change the industry and not see it as like the industry doesn't always want us, like if we want to change the industry, then we build something else, like we tear it down and we elevate the artists that we believe in so they can elevate, right? Um like now, like us as artists and like spiritual warriors and light warriors, like prayer warriors, whatever you want to call yourself, 144, like it's all of our responsibility to pave a new way. um and I, like in the beginning of my journey, I always told myself like, that there was industry and then there was me. And then I had to be like, no, I'm in the industry. My path just looks different than everybody else's, right? And we have to stop believing that the only way in to be whatever type of success we have made up in our mind is the only path. That's not the only path, right? Like, it's kind of like how folks always say, like, artists are poor, artists are X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I can name a million artists who are on social media who are making a lot of money, so I know that's a lie, right? Like, I know that's a lie. And I know there are successful people who may not have a million streams but are still holding it down. So, like, it's our mentality and our ideas around our helplessness and our victim mentality that we need to get over as artists, so we can start making a living, so we can put ourselves out there. Because at the end of the day, you're never going to know what you're capable of, and you're never going to help anybody if you go out into the industry like, oh me, oh my, I'm never going to make it, or oh me, oh my, whatever. Like, like La Russell is an amazing example, right? Like, of someone who's in the music industry who did it on their own. So every path is different. And even for me, like, I redefined what success looked like, because I realized that, as much as people were like, oh, like, how much money do you make? And all these, I'm like, I don't really care about the money, because I don't do it for the money. I ask God for help and visibility, right? So Spirit put me on a TV show and put me in front of these other producers and put me like in all these places so that I could help. And that's what success was. And that's also the lesson for this portal of like, are you going to value yourself more than the tangible things that are around you? And are you going to lean into your gifts? Are you going to show the world what you can do, even if you don't know what you're doing? Like, I'm going to my first art show, and they reached out to me, and I was like, perfect, I'm just going to make whatever my inner child wants. Like, I wanted to make. I'm gonna put poof balls, and I'm gonna do whatever, right? And we have to keep taking those steps, even if we're nervous about it. Um, so, like, use your light energy to be magnetic and be visible. Like, that's literally what I do all the time, and it helps me, because I couldn't go around saying like the music industry doesn't like me. I was like, I will manifest that into real life, and I will never make it in there, and I will never help the Congo. I will never help Palestine. I will never help all these people if I keep saying that. I'm like, the industry loves me. I'm going to make my own industry. I made my own record label, signed myself, and kept going. It's like, I'm done. Um, I've been having a gnarly time, but a free trip to France has come up near the sea. Ah, yay! Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Um, I speak some French, and I love that. I love it. I was just speaking to someone in French, and I love France. Where in France are you going? Where in France? I love France. I can't say it enough. Like, I remember sitting with my El Mil Zola, like sitting up with my feet, drinking my coffee, having just gone to the store with my little skeleton key. Like, I was living such a romantic, like like life there, and just having so much fun and seeing over the city. It's a magical place there. And the farmers markets. Get you a farmers market. Um, I need this time of connection. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah. So awesome. Congrats. Enjoy. Go to France. Heck yeah. Manifest it. Have a croissant for me. Yes. Smell all the stinky cheeses. The stinkier the cheese, the better it tastes. Um, yes. Go pay your respects to Mary Magdalene. Um, I love that. I love Mary Magdalene. So amazing. There's actually, if you have the premium subscription on Spotify, there's a Mary Magdalene book that comes included, an audiobook. Why show the world? Genuine question. I have so many songs I keep to myself. Yeah, it depends on the person. For me, my gifts come from spirit, and I would never, like, if I know that people in the world need help, like, I'm an activist, and I am, in the truest sense, like a light warrior, a warrior for the people. Like, I'm the type of person who would die for the people. Like, that's my energy. If spirit gifted me something, I would never hide it, ever, in a million years. Because if God trusted me enough to give me that divine gift, to me, it's like, how dare I hide it from anybody who might be inspired to create more love in the world? Like, that's how I see it. You don't have to see it the same, by any means, but for me, it's like, we already live in a society that is extremely individualistic, which led us to all of the oppression and slavery and things because of greed and individualism. And then there is a time where you do keep things to yourself, but anything that is gifted from me, that's like gifted to me from the divine, that has to do with my like creative gifts, like painting and things like that, of course I'm going to give it away. Like I will always, always, always give it away, because like we're not meant to keep things. Like we're not meant to hold on to things. That's why people have scarcity mindsets and things like that. Like energy is meant to flow. Energy is meant to go. So then you can also receive, and it becomes this like energy flow and balance and alignment. But when you hold on to too much, your energy becomes super stagnant. But it's not for everybody. So do whatever your intuition is like leading you to do, and maybe you have a different path. But for me, like I'm a light warrior. I help people through and through. If God says bing, I go, hey, got it, registered, send it out. Like I don't think about it. I try to share, and sometimes I have to like go through the healing of, am I ready to share this? I gotta just share it, just gotta click the button. Doesn't matter if there's errors, right? Just keep going. South of France. I love that. Ah, Saint Raphael, who is angel of healing, which is perfect. Yes, Raphael is also a warrior of healing. So if you ever have people who are like not being kind to you or causing you pain, you can call also to Raphael to protect you with your healing, like so that you can heal. Because sometimes when you're in a very vulnerable spot when you're healing, like you kind of have to open your energy. Raphael will like wrap you in this like green energy portal type thing that will fill you with golden light, and also like the violet flame to help you alchemize everything. So you like pray to Raphael to also just like wrap their arms around you. Um, so little brother and the greatest tag team ever in Jimmy and Jay. Hi. I think a wounded inner child has caused me to hide my talents, your energy. Oh, thank you. Warrior of healing. I love that. Yeah, like we're taught from really, really little to hide ourselves. Like it's built into, it's literally built into society. And unless you had very balanced parents, which is like very rare to find, very rare. When people say, "Oh, I had the perfect childhood," and I'm like, I need to talk to you the most, right? Like we will hide and hide and hide because that's what we were taught. And I hid for the longest time, and I would give everything away to people monetarily, but not from the sense of like wanting to heal, right? Like I would give parts of me away and still hide. If, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't truly show all of my gifts, but I would give them enough where I would like earn their love, right? Like when you're hiding your gifts, like it's very, very complicated, but there's a lot of inner child healing that needs to happen because of all the rejection and the hurt that you had when you were little. But we also, as a society, will force children into growing up too quickly, and we don't respect them. Like children are so close to the veil, children are so intelligent, but we don't give them the opportunity to speak to us. So the session that I offer, like the 90-minute session, 75-minute inner child healing session, I bring your inner child up and you have a conversation with them, but they elevate themselves and you have to listen, because we're so used to doing work where even with our inner child, we like try and talk at them, like we try and like do things to them as if they're like supposed to for us. Like we're like we don't see children in a very respectful light, but they need to be respected. They're also the next generation, so the better we treat them, the better the future is going to be, and they deserve to be children. They deserve to have a happy life. But many of us were ignored, and in the other video I shared how I would cry myself to sleep every night. I also like wet the bed. Like a bunch of traumatic things happened to me as a child. I was like in a houseless situation. Like I slept with like rats and like many, many things. So I never really felt safe. And even to this day, a lot of my family doesn't understand my gifts and like rejects them. So the amount of healing that you have to go through to show your gifts, it takes time, and that's okay, right? It's just like little by little by little. But when you're ready, like call in your ancestors, call in the divine, call in someone like me to help you so that you have a safe container to be able to do that. For like my one-on-one clients that I do VIP coaching with, like over 6 months, I am their container because they're not around their parents, because their parents were the ones that caused them a lot of harm. And even if they mean well, they need to be removed from the situation so they can actually heal and feel confident enough to be their authentic self, to go back into the world and face the things that they want to face, like having fun or receiving love. What does healthy love even look like, right? So it makes a lot of sense that you would hide your talents, hide your gifts. um, we also have a culture in society around like rejection and being really mean to people, like really really mean to people instead of encouraging them. So you are safe in this space, so I encourage you to share all of your talents. And if you're not in the Discord, definitely share your stuff in there. I've been dropping all my music things, and I'm going to be doing an ancestor Q&A on May 2nd. So connect with people in there. Some folks get really silent. I'm like, you have a whole soul tribe in here. Talk to them. Um, uh, I'm so glad that was helpful, giving away parts of myself, but I'm taking them all back. Yeah, I love that. So who else in here has been like connecting with their inner child, and doing that kind of work? Because I feel like it's so important. Like there isn't um, there isn't artistry without your inner child. There's not. Like your inner child is your artist, and you become your own muse, right? I appreciate you too. Um, and I was just telling someone, and this will probably help all of you too, because you're artists. Um, when I was on my inner child healing journey and we built a really strong connection, because sometimes when I put people into that shamanic journey, their inner child is not ready to talk. They're not ready to talk. They don't know how to interact with their inner child. And so sometimes just doing that, like being in that energy of letting your inner child know, aka letting you know that it's okay to talk, takes a little bit of time. But with time, you can build a relationship. And something that I did, was I built an energetic space within myself that my inner child could exist. Like I did a visualization where I went back to the time that was significant to me, and I picked up my inner child, but I asked them if they wanted to come, and like they wanted to leave the past behind. They wanted to leave all the trauma behind. And I picked them up and put them into like my car basically and took them up into the cosmos. And then I had more conversations with them, and I created an energetic space with anything that they wanted in that space so they can exist within me, enjoy all of the time. And that's how I started unlocking a lot of my creative gifts. And they're like, I want to be a rock star. I want a pink bed. I want blah, blah, blah. And I was just like meditating and visualizing. And then the next day it was like I couldn't stop painting and like all sorts of stuff. So when you build that connection and safety within yourself, like your gifts and your talents just start coming out. It is hard. I still feel blocked from doing so, and it's frustrating. I still care too much what my parents think, and their lack of support and belief in my dreams hurts me deeply. Yeah. Um, and a lot of times, right, like I always say like um, anger masks fear and sadness. And so in order to kind of get through the rest of the healing or journey through the rest of the healing, we have to release a lot of the anger. So finding ways to alchemize your anger in a in a safe way, even if that means vocalizing out in nature or like crying really loudly. There's also like compression things that you can do with your belly when you lean over. I was actually thinking about making a video of it that can push the energy out of you. For myself, I usually do a certain type of exercise and then I get in my car lately and I've just been driving and yelling. That has been helping a lot. And I used to do that when I was divorced and I would drive for hours. Like I I always had an adventure box in my car, with water, tools, camping stuff. Like if I decided to go on an adventure, because I had an adventure car, and I was like, you know what, today's the day I'm gonna go on an adventure, and I'm just gonna yell for a long time, and then the next day I felt so much better. And I would go swimming on the side of the road in like the ocean because I live near the ocean. Um, but yeah, you have to be able to alchemize that energy so it can like really come out of you, and you can begin to heal and get to the acceptance, because um, at some point we have to take accountability for the fact that they're living their life and they've moved on, but we are, or if you're in that situation, you are creating that space for them to continue to hurt you because that cycle hasn't ended for yourself. um, and so it's like, at what point do you surrender and say that you're ready to move into acceptance? At what point are you ready to forgive yourself for holding on to it for as long as you have and causing yourself this trauma over and over and over and over again? Because that's what's happening, right? And when the trauma keeps coming up, it's letting you know that it's ready to leave, but you don't want to let it go. um, Even if we tell ourselves, or even if you tell yourselves, I'm ready, you have to energetically be ready. And sometimes you got to fight for it. Like, I full ass, like, I'm not the type to like rainbow and butterfly everything. Like, I'm a very realistic healer. Like, sometimes you have to fight for yourself. And that's what it literally feels like within you. And that's why you move into the elements, you call on Yemaya, you ask to move with grace so that you can energetically do the fight for yourself and release as much as you can. I feel like I've been inconsistent with her. Our relationship is so much better. We dance and paint. I love that. I don't listen to her as often as I should. Yeah, definitely listen to her. Thinking about what you said before, I used to be so carefree and expressive as a child, and I lost it early in my adolescence. I'm trying to tap into that uninhibited spirit again. Yeah, definitely do it. Um, yeah, spend some time and, ask your inner child what it is that they need to feel safe, to come out. Um, for myself, it always changes depending on what I am doing. And then sometimes you have folks who have inner children who are like, um, I'm not the one who's scared. Like, they'll go into the meditation like, oh, my inner child is like feeling such a way. And then I'll put them through the shamanic journey. And the inner child is like, I'm not the one who's scared. You're the one who's scared, and I can't get out. Like, there's also that situation. And so sometimes we really have to be unbiased with what we are even trying to put on our inner child, because there's a lot of children who are actually fearless, who are waiting for you to do something. And they just want to create, but you're in a cycle of acting like your parent or your community person or whoever raised you or whatever environment. You're in this exact same cycle that you were in when you were growing up, so that child is stuck again by your own making, right? So be really open to communicating with your inner child in a very different light than what you think, and not necessarily, always speaking for them, like, because we need to have those communications with them so often, so we actually know for certain, that we're not projecting on to our inner child as well. So maybe reflect on that and see if there's any parts of you that it might be you, and you might be making your inner child feel unsafe, or maybe your inner child does feel unsafe, and that's something that you can also look at. Would love a video on the bend over belly compression thing. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely make it. I'm ready for change. Yay! Yeah, put it into the universe. Tell me you're a Sag. That's telling me you're a Sag adventure car. Yeah, no, I'm an adventure queen through and through. Like, people always look at me and they're like, "Oh, she's so girly. She's so..." Yeah, I am, but I also have a hatchet in my car in case I get into something stupid in the forest. Like, stop. It's a journey. Yeah, a fight. Yeah. And I think too, like, people have a resistance to that word of fight. Um, but our ancestors had to have resilience and had to fight too, to heal. And so we're like, I'm a warrior of healing, like you're warriors of light. So I don't think we should ever be afraid of that, because sometimes we can be so deep into the shadows that there is no other way out than to claw your way out, right? Call on your jaguar energy from the ancestors and claw your way out of the like invisible environment that you've gotten stuck in, right? Or that you are liberating yourself from with the help of the ancestors. And something that I always like to do during this time, because I've experienced a lot of trauma, and so um, a lot of my PTSD, anxiety, depression have been coming back the last couple months, which tends to happen, right? When we are doing a huge spiritual shift, and like myself, like I'm really pushing myself into the spotlight again, like fighting every day for it. Old mentalities start to come back, right? Because they're about to be released. And so that's also something that you sometimes have to plan for. Like if you're like, okay, I'm about to step out on faith right now because spirit told me to or my ancestors told me to, I need to curate my space so that I'm totally fine. Like I'm gonna be okay. And something for me, it's like I know that my money is always going to be taken care of, but in the past, when I would have deep PTSD moments, my money always unraveled. And so now it's like, okay, I need to always make sure that there's money there in case I happen upon an event in my life where I need extra help, call in my spiritual team to back up my finances so I can get through this healing period, right? It totally becomes easier. Um, with practice. Fight for it like a healing warrior. Yeah, Hindi. Are you Hindi? Is that why you're saying that? Quick message from Rosa Strictly. Dope. Let knowledge drop. Love Pac. Yay. So insightful. Thank you. I'm having a hard time opening up my third eye. What is your opinion about this, or what should I do? Yeah, the third eye is very powerful. A lot of the times, if your third eye is not opening, it could also mean that your lower chakras are a little bit blocked. So I would do things in certain stages. So start with body scanning, right? Like I love teaching everybody in Z School for the Gifted to start with body scanning because it's a good way to get to know your entire body's energy, how it receives energy before you start working on your chakras, so that you can actually understand how to flow your energy from the earth to your lowest chakra and all the way out through your crown, and even like up and out through your third eye. Um, so it could just be other energy blocks. And sometimes your third eye can be blocked if your mind is really busy, really, really, really busy. So make sure that you are meditating, even if you want to sit, like if you're doing EFT tapping, right? If you're doing tapping, you can tap your third eye for a couple minutes and then take a deep breath in and flow all of your energy, right? Your life force all the way up. Hold it at your third eye and then slowly exhale. Don't go like, like slowly exhale and imagine a bright light opening it. And then you can pull your light back in and push it back down and then flow it back up and slowly hold and then push it back out. So you get used to that energy. And sometimes with time, you might get a headache because you're opening it. And I actually also recommend for my clients that they use a neti pot every day. But I am also an Ayurvedic teacher, and clearing out your sinuses and all of the pressure there, because your physical body is just as important as your energetic body and your emotional body. So when all of those are aligned, then things like your third eye would open up. So hopefully that was helpful. Just had dinner with folks. It's nice to care for them in a new way. I love that. Same. It's my year of the snake. Yay! Rebirth. I love it. I am the light. Ashe. Sag, Sun, Pisces, Moon, but rather be a killer whale. I listen to hip hop, Bay Area culture. I love it. Well, I'm from Sac, so I know all about Bay Area culture. Um, Sag Sun. Me too. Sag Sun, Leo rising, Aquarius moon, Pisces moon. Are you all up in your feels lately? I'm curious. Tell me. Of course, happy to help. yeah, your mind is always busy. So I actually have, if you go to my description on Insight Timer, I have a really quick meditation that you can listen to on Insight Timer, and it's free. So if you look in the description, you'll be able to find it. Or even if you stream my latest song that I put on Spotify, The Fairy Adventure, and it's on YouTube, very relaxing. Just listen to it and, like, relax, kind of journal, allow your mind to slow down. Because sometimes if you haven't been meditating for a while and then you pop into meditation, you're going to resist it. So do what's best for you. I got to touch the top of the pyramid of the sun. Ah, to visit. Oh, really? Ah, that's so fun. Um, I recently, well, in the last couple years, um, did some research around my ancestors around Tenochtitlan. So I'm familiarizing myself with that area and all of that land. So that's so cool. How was it? That's magical. I have some sinus issues. Yeah, use a neti pot. A more traditional neti pot, it's not actually, the traditional name is not neti pot, but it's sold in stores as a neti pot. The traditional one is a copper one. You're welcome to do a copper one if you are ready to do a copper one. The flow is a lot stronger than if you were to do one that's like porcelain or plastic. If you do plastic, make sure it's recycled plastic. And then, just add in your salt with a warm water and just put it in and lean to the side. Everybody's sinuses are shaped differently. So give it a couple times if you're really clogged up. And if you have allergies, because things are blooming right now, drink some nettle tea. Steep it overnight. You can put like this much in the palm of your hand, put it into like a big jar with warm water, close the cap, leave it on the counter overnight, come back, strain it, and drink it. Um, oh, what? What is, uh, why are you saying Black Delicious? Yay, 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 yay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my favorite necklace. It's citrine. I only buy my stones from very specific people, because they're ethically sourced. I met the best artist ever. He made sculpture with obsidian. Wow. His lineage go back to pyramid people, so life-changing for me as an artist, creative spirit boon. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, thank you. You love my makeup. Um, y'all just giving all the compliments. Thank you so much. Um, I hope to connect sometime soon. Might make some tea now since you mentioned it. Why do you practice witchcraft when there is only one God, Jesus Christ, who would add some wisdom to you? Hey, so like I was mentioning earlier, I know there's gonna be probably some bots and things like that. Oh, okay, that's why you were saying black wishes. I was like, do I need to talk to you right now? Just kidding. So this space is inclusive. Witchcraft is only seen, as someone who was also in the Catholic Church, witchcraft is only seen as something that is bad because it was misunderstood and used for control. Witchcraft is just the use of the elements, which is also used in the church. So you can coexist with Jesus Christ and use the elements and speak to your ancestors. And in churches, they talk about generations and things like that. So I don't know who you are, but WWJD, what would Jesus do? Be compassionate and not judge other people. So just want to say that as well. Okay. You're funny. Um, from the sack of tomatoes. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm gonna have to look at. I haven't been home in a very long time. Like I've been gone since, I don't know, since high school. And so I come back every once in a while, and then I leave again. um Hi everyone. Hi Shay. Um yeah, Christ consciousness awakens in all of us regardless of beliefs. Yes, all paths are valid. All lead back to source. Exactly. And for me it's just everything is everything is literally the same. It's all the same. If you are of the love frequency, that is something that we're going to put out into the earth. And it wouldn't make sense to be so judgmental of other people. And as someone who is an activist, like this space is literally created for people from all walks of life. So that is a boundary that I always keep in this space. Everyone is welcome here, but I do not want, nor do I encourage people's strong beliefs to be placed on anybody else. That is how we got into the situation. So I take it very seriously, but all are welcome to share, but we do not cross that boundary. If that is something that is in your way of living, it's best to unsubscribe and come back when you are healed. Um, Thank you. You've been such a fan of my videos and music. The competition. It's so wild. I need to make it to number one in like an hour and 10 minutes. That's literally how I feel. It's been the weirdest journey in my entire life. And I don't think I've ever put my music out there like this in ever in my entire lifetime. But either way, I am trusting the journey. Hi. Um, you're going around showing smaller creators love, kindness, and respect. Cool. I love that. Yeah. I mean, send everybody love, regardless of if you see them as small or bit. Like they're like, it's just everybody should love everybody. I love that you do that. Um, Gotta go, but it was nice to connect. Have been following your teachings, and I really love your approach, especially about ancestors and communication and theory realm. Child of Dawn, cool! Yay! It's so great to meet you. Um, you're also sweet. Keep pushing and grinding. Keep positive mindset. Never lose focus on your goals. Preach. Let no one stop you. Not even haters. Psh, haters never slow me down. My auntie was a panther. Nothing slows me down ever. Nothing can knock me down. I know that. Um, Yes, I love it. You got my back. But yeah, that's how the competition is going. So if any of you have not voted, I highly recommend you vote immediately. I have just been saying my prayers, and honestly, at the end of the day, whatever is meant to happen will happen. And there's been moments of my in my life where I thought that things were supposed to go one way and then they went another way and ended up working out really well. So I have no clue. And the tour date tickets, for some reason, which I'm gonna chalk this up to the, spirit upstairs and the ancestors and deities, I'm technically not supposed to be able to sell tickets, but somebody messed up, and so they're still available if anybody wants to buy tickets for Los Angeles, for Las Vegas, and for Arizona. I'm gonna say, Raphael, Archangel Michael, Faith, everybody is out there like holding the button for me. But I appreciate all of you voting and just for asking about it. It's something that's really important to me. Just like my marathon running, like I run because I love it, but I also run because they raise money. And I've been doing fundraisers for a long time. And so, how amazing is it to be able to share my music and also race with other people? I don't love competing, but I secretly love competing, if you know what I mean. And so being able to do it with a community is a lot of fun, and also trying not to get too masculine with it because that has also been something that drives up my anxiety. And I'm a very natural person, so this is something that me and my family always say. Like when we're stressed out, it's like, oh, it gives me gas. Like that's how I feel. Like that's literally how I feel. I'm like, this competition gives me gas every time I like go to do something. Not the type of gas that like gasses me up, which like yeah sometimes, but it literally makes my stomach go eek, and then I have to go meditate. Um, have all of you voted? And for the new folks, are any of you artists? Also, do any of you like anime or video games? I'm finally gonna start going on my Twitch once I can figure it out, but I've got some new games and I was like, I think it's time for some fun. Um, I'm unhappy in my relationship. What should I do? Can you be more specific on why you are unhappy? I mean, my biggest thing is in any relationship, um, one, I don't rely on other people to make my decisions for me. That's rule number one. No one makes a decision about my own life except me. I am happy to ask people for like advice on how to discover the answer myself. And it's the same thing with all my clients who are manifesting love, who are married. Like there's all sorts of people. I will never just give you like things if it's important, especially with relationships. I will guide you to your inner knowing so that you can make the decision for yourself because the answer is already there. You're just asking me because it feels like it's not. Um, um, well, I mean, another thing that I also want to share. I appreciate your vulnerability. If anybody has relationship questions, feel free to ask them. Soulmates, twins, just dating, putting yourself out there. I do have my blog called Adventures of a Single Chugileño. And if you don't know what a Chugileño is, it's a made-up word. Well, chuggy is like uncool, and I'm a millennial, so I called it an uncool millennial, Chugileño. Um, go on a girl's day. Funny you said that. I'm actually doing a girls' day today after this call. Um, yeah, so trust is an interesting thing. Within any relationship, if there's not clear communication, if there's not balanced emotions, um, if there are external things that are going on, and if both of you are not doing your healing, things are going to be chaotic within the relationship in general. So you need to, one, take responsibility for your part in the relationship. And two, you need to look within yourself as to why you're in that relationship. And three, ask yourself if it's a relationship you want to salvage. Um, and like from there, like do all of your healing. But I like it's going to require you to do your healing and you to actually reconnect and have those conversations if it's safe to be able to do that. But the decision is ultimately up to you. Um, don't tell me what to do. Precisely. I don't tell people what to do. I tell you how to guide yourself, right? And that's my biggest thing. Anybody who comes into any of my coaching programs or any of my circles, I'm never going to just tell you what to do. I'm going to give you advice. I'm going to read your energy. I'm going to help guide you to where you need to go so you are not codependent. If you are not able to make decisions for yourself, you are codependent and likely have very low self-worth, and you don't trust your own decisions, which is a block that needs to be worked on and healed. But it makes sense because our society teaches you to not make decisions, and when you make decisions and it doesn't go as planned, you get punished for those decisions. So we have to do the healing to trust ourselves. Um, I've also been unhoused this year and lost friends, opportunities, etc. What are some things I can do to get over that? I was singing opera. I love that. But I'm working on my own music now. Yay! Voting now. Yes, everybody keep vote right now. We have an hour and 2 minutes. um yeah, so well first I would say don't see it really as losing things. Um it may feel like a loss, right? But it's really just like setting a new foundation for a beginning. If you do like resonate with the word loss, obviously use it. Something that I always recommend is to grieve. People do not grieve enough, and so you can grieve the fact that you don't have those things physically in your life anymore, um, because it needs to go somewhere. The sadness needs to go somewhere. We still need to grieve things that we had expectations for, even if it's like small, right? Like if if I don't like make whatever, you know what I mean? Like if I don't have the outcome that I want, it's okay to grieve that. Like it's okay to be like, wow, I really thought that the outcome was going to be better and it wasn't, and I'm going to sit with those feelings of why it hurts. Like, like so we can address it so we can move on. And I love that you're singing opera. For some reason, I when you said that, I started getting visions of the fifth element. But I also I used to sing opera and I'm a classically trained singer. It's very, very healing. So I love that you're doing that and focusing on your music. Do you have it on Spotify? What's your Spotify name? Always curious. Okay, well, if you have a girls' day, because when you know if you have any boyfriends, you should go on a date with him too. I don't have a date planned right now, but I have been going on more dates and just putting myself out there and having fun. I try to actually talk about my dates, not all of them, on my blog to kind of encourage other people to like go out and just have fun because I also feel like dating as a spiritual person, as a seer, is completely different. But yeah, I'm doing some girls' time today, and yeah, opening myself up to dating. I was on apps for a while and I got rid of them because I just found that I don't align with the energy. Um, I don't like the feeling, like it makes my energy too chaotic and it feels like I'm chasing. So I'd rather just exist. And then if someone, messages me or like walks up to me and asks me out, I'm like, okay, this feels better. Um, hey, you should turn on music. I do have music on. Can you hear it? If anybody hasn't listened to, I'm listening to the Hidden Fairies um, thing that I made. That's what's playing in the background. I think I need to send you my wife for a month. Maybe she would learn something. Well, I do have a bunch of services. If they want to work with me, totally fine. Why do you want to send them? Um, You love my necklace. Thanks. Thanks. It's literally one of my favorites. I get all my stones from Enchanting Earth. Spirit sent them to me, and I love them. They're also a Sagittarius, and they're extremely ethical, and they have very high quality for their crystals. They're amazing. Every single one of my best stones I've gotten from them. Even when I had a giant moldavite of Ganesha, my heart. My goal is to have an entire clear quartz room wall to wall, all clear quartz, so I can like zap myself and just go up into the stars. Um, Go girl. Thanks. Hi, Joe. Don't go on dating apps. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I have a coach, um, a love and relationship coach, and she always makes some jokes about the dating apps. Um, which I feel like it's for some people, it's not for me. Nope. Accepted it. I'm happy without it. Um, no, we can't. No, we can't what? I don't know what you're responding to. From Australia. Yay! Hi. Someone was just asking me today about going to Australia. Um, I love that. Yes, dating is better when you don't chase it. 10,000%. Also, I'm a divine feminine, so I don't chase, I attract. What's your name? Yeah, I go by Z. My blessed name when I was a little baby, had a ceremony like Simba, is Ngozi, and then Okechi. I never say it right because you know oppression and things don't have this Swahili accent whatsoever. Means a gift from God, and my other English name originally was Alicia Sims King, and then when I got married, my last name changed to Eisler, uh, and so that is like my legal name, and then I'm going to change it again because I don't want it. And when I get married again, I'm changing it. So, um, how am I doing? I'm doing great. I love chatting with you all. This is so fun. And just a reminder again, vote. Don't forget to vote. Please don't forget to vote. Um, yeah, I'm having a great day. I don't know if anybody was on earlier, but I was showing my art pieces as well. Show and tell. Encouraging people to do your art. Do your art. Do your art. I actually had a really rough time with an art teacher that tried to fail me because I was being artistic and decided to do a unique thing in my painting so everybody knew it was my type of art because I was like, I am an artiste, right? And so I was like, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, why do you have this on here? I'm gonna fail you for that. And I'm like, how are you gonna fail me for a black charcoal line? Like, it was hard. So I stopped doing art for a really long time because I was like fighting the system and then realized I was only hurting myself. So now I'm back doing art, and it also really hurt because I I was reading a historical book, and it was about someone also running away from war and hiding and like hiding, and they were there so long that someone forgot about them, and then they ended up passing away. And so I had channeled, because I'm a medium, I had channeled something they had shown me, and they were trying to fail me for that, and I got irritated and I dropped out. Um, um, no, it was a single when we couldn't hear the music. Oh, hi. Well, how about you send your wife to me? Have your wife click on the links. You can join they can join my one-on-one program at 6 months. 6 months, or we can do 6 months without the program and I can just coach you like therapy. There's also that. What's your price range? Tell me your price range for your wife. I got different packages. Oh, who said no? Who said you can pick? I know, right? Shamrock. I can help anybody, but I also think I should help both of you. Um, Thank you. I am having a good day. Hi! Hi, Sunny. Good to see you, as usual. Um, Channel as in not the English channel. Yeah. Like channel it, like information from them. Like share information. Like from the divine, from the medium, like from the medium, from the other side. Divine. Whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it different things. I like to say channel because um we're physical bodies, and so the act of moving energy is channeling. I mean, if I always had to say I'm moving energy right now, I don't think people would understand me. I also would laugh because it kind of sounds like I'm going to the bathroom. But I write a lot of kids' books, so that's where my mind goes because I'm 5. Um, Yay! I'm so glad you subscribed. I love it. Welcome. There's a lot of content right now about my music because the competition, I need to make it to first in 53 minutes in order to make it to the next round. So definitely go vote. It's in the description. But welcome. I'm so happy. There's a Discord group. Where am I from? I am originally from Sacramento, California. Sacramento, California. After Sacramento, I left and went to school at University of the Pacific, and I went for chemistry, and then disliked the department, and I switched over to the arts, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it so much. You're from Ohio. Cool. I've never been to Ohio, but I have a friend from there. Um, Ohio's in Cleveland, right? Cleveland, Ohio? No, Cleveland's a part of Ohio. There we go. Do you know Sunny Robin? Robin sounds familiar. I'm really bad with names. Like, I'll meet the person like 50 times, but I will never be able to remember their name. I'll only remember their energy. Um, You should come to Florida. I love Florida. I love Florida. I lived in Miami for a little bit. I love Florida. It always calls me home. That's actually one of my homes. One of my homes for sure. I traveled there a lot. I knew I was meant to be there when I was actually on The Blocks, the TV show. I was on season 16 that just dropped, and the ancestors kept sending me everybody from Florida. Everybody, every person I talked to. And when I go there, my gifts are very, very, very strong. I have a connection to that land. Um, I also have family from that area. So yeah, I know people say things about Florida, but I love Miami, and I've never been happier than when I'm there. Um, There and France and London, Polynesia, Asia. I like all the places. I haven't been to Africa yet. That's actually on my list next, because I really want to go help in the Congo. Um, Hi, I'm from South Memphis. What do you do on YouTube? I do many things. I'm a spiritual teacher, mostly. I'm a seer, and I also teach people how to open their gifts. I'm also a musician and an activist, so I use every single thing that I can to help people do their generational healing and change the world. That's literally me in a box. My friend calls it Z's Universe. Or you can look at my stuff on bougiesavageproductions.com, which is brand new. Which, if any of you need a landing page, I have an amazing friend who is putting together a incredible deal. She is all about elevating folks of color like myself and giving them access to her own resources and her team, who are they're amazing people, amazing masculines, who are holding it down and like coding and just made my site beautiful. I work with them every single day. They're geniuses. So if anybody needs a landing page or websites, like reach out to me and let me know. Oh my gosh, me too. Miami fills me with so much joy. See? Yes. So much joy. Um, South Memphis. So hopefully that answered your question. Your name should be Joy. You can use as your nickname. I love that. Joy. It's like from the Emotions movie, Pixar's. I actually worked with Disney Pixar when the first movie came out, and we manufactured shoes for them. It was a dream, and I love Joy. I love Joy so much because it was blue. Um, oh, you're so sweet. That's what's up. So you wear many hats. Yes. Some people would say I'm Jamaican, which I am also Jamaican when it comes to teaching. Absolutely. I am a strong believer of just being an ancestral teacher, and ancestral teachers teach all of the knowledge. They don't just teach one thing. Like that's how we originally existed. And then we got forced into doing one thing because of slavery and oppression and many, many, many things. So it's really good to share whatever knowledge you have, no matter how big or how small, right? Size doesn't really matter. But yeah, what's my zodiac sign? I'm a Sagittarius sun, Leo rising, and Aquarius moon. Okay, I'll see you later, Patricia. Bye. How much do I bench? I actually don't know. I haven't benched in a long time, but I used to do weightlifting competitions and like body transformation. So I used to bench a lot. Now, I don't even know. I haven't even sat on a bench in a long time. I box now. Um, I honestly couldn't tell you. But I used to do a ton for my size. Like, there were sometimes I was pushing up to like 200 pounds. I'm not even kidding you. I was pushing it, but it's all just a matter of repetition. Like the more you like break down your muscle and build your muscle, like you can do more. And I was still lean. My body always looks the same. Um, but yeah, I don't know. How much do you bench? Greetings, soul sister. Hi. Oh, you're back, Patricia. That was so fast. Hi, Joe. I'm glad you subscribed. And again, just want to remind everybody, don't forget to vote for me in the singing competition. I need to get to number one tonight, so I can make it to the next round. I'm really trying to get on stage so I can share generational healing and start changing the music industry. So yeah. But yeah, I don't really lift a lot anymore. I also found that it made me the period of my life that I was in where I was lifting, I was running away from things. And so I needed to heal those things before I would go back to lifting. And I was feeling too masculine at the time. But I love lifting. I think women should lift. A lot of my clients actually lift. But now my newer clients, because I'm shifting, right, they stop lifting, and their body just fully changes. So I haven't lifted in a very long time. Oh, hi, you subscribed. Yay, welcome. What do I like to do for fun? Oh, thank you so much. I also look beautiful. Thanks. What don't I do? Okay, so I spend a lot of time to myself because one, my gifts are really strong, like really, really, really strong. So being around people is really hard. Like even being in a city it's like I need to be like out on an island. Like the happiest time of my life was when I was one running through the fields in Whidbey Island when no one was there and it was just horses. And I was sitting in the middle of the ocean in Polynesia because you know how sometimes you can literally walk through the ocean because of the land in the water. Um, so on my free time, I'm usually going to like nature and seeking solitude, seeking full solitude. But aside from that, there's a lot of things that I love to do. Like, I love doing my watercolors. I love dancing. I do pole dancing, but I'm also a contemporary dancer. I've been wanting to get back into ballet because I never finished, and I love ballet. I have a wicked turnout, and I love traveling. Like traveling, being outside, doing things that are just random. like like going to the rage room or trying new foods. Like I love trying new foods. Just anything that I haven't experienced before, I enjoy doing. Like that's where my fun is. But I also love doing this. Like I love having conversations with people. Um and just getting to know them. Like I love getting to know all of you. Like what do you all love to do for fun? And you know, something else for winter, because my birthday's in December. I'm a December Sag baby, December 3rd. I would always go snowboarding for my birthday. I haven't really done a lot of water sports. One time I was really sick. And I was in Catalina on a boat and I had to take seasickness medicine, but I was also sick, so it was way stronger and I like couldn't hold on for my life and I just had a bad experience. So I haven't gone back to water sports. But I want to. But yeah, all things. I love just getting lost in the forest. Not really lost, but you know what I mean. Like sequoias and things, listening to foxes scream in the nighttime, um, building campfires, like all the stuff, staring at the stars. I really want to go see the aurora borealis. Um, Traveling everywhere. Like I feel like I could travel forever and just exist. I like outdoors, hanging out, going to karaoke. Karaoke is so fun. Yes, I love karaoke. I enjoy singing and traveling. What kind of singing and traveling do you like to do? Like, where have you been? What else do like? Tell me what you all like to do. Where you've been? Where do you want to go? Um, I love singing too. I do love singing. Um, I don't always sing. Especially when I'm really busy, but I do want to sing more. I feel like I kind of teeter in between because I'm trying to make as many resources as I can for people, and I don't have enough folks to help me at the moment. So I'm not singing as much as I want to, but I love, love, love singing. I sing to myself, I sing to the water, I sing to my dogs all the time. Like I was putting on an outside concert for them. I don't know if you can hear that because I have huskies. And if I sing to Babe, one of them's name is Babe, who I picked up from someone who was houseless, and so I took their dog in. And if I sing to Babe, he just looks at me and does this. And then if I sing to Paulo, Paulo's like, she like melts into a ball, and it's the funniest thing. Um, I sing classic songs, and I've been to England back in 20 or 2008. How was that? How was it going to England? Um, I have only been in England for like half a day. It was fun. Good. I'm glad it was fun. Has anybody else traveled places? Where do you want to travel, Joe? Tell me where you want to travel. Um, oh, you meant classic rock. Fun. Like what kind of classic rock? Who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite? Everybody always asks that, right? Is that a cheesy question? I feel like it is. But you know what? Like, I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite, but if I had to pick a favorite, honestly, Rufus Wainwright always has a special place in my heart. Forever. Forever and ever, and I don't know why. Um, but I love Rufus Wainwright so much. Um, I went to IT in November. That was nice. Ooh, how was it? Tell us more. Tell us more about it. Ah, the Eagles. Good choice. Pink Floyd. I love that. Um, Leonard Skinner, I love that. That's amazing. Hi, chosen big dog tarot. I love that name. I love it. Let me guess. You do some tarot? You do some tarot? I love tarot. I have a tarot deck right now. I thought about actually doing a tarot reading for you all. So I kept them out just in case. In case I felt that way. Yes, do tarot. I love it. I love it. Tarot is such a gift. It's such a gift. Um, One of my friends a long time ago when I was in Costa Rica, she kept asking me to give her a tarot reading, and so I gave her a tarot reading, and she was like, "That was the same answer that I got." Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Well, did you do the work?" They're like, "No," but I thought that if I asked someone else, they would give me different cards, and I'm like, "No, the answer remains the same." Like the energy is the same. Tarot will never lie to you. It doesn't lie to you. You're not gonna get a different answer from a different tarot deck. It's for divination to pick up energy. I love it. I sing mostly the Eagles and Leonard Skinner. Ah, what's your favorite song? Do you have a favorite song? What do you sing? Ah, I wish I could hear you. Sing. Can I energetically hear you? Hi, Abstract Voice Podcast. Okay, tell me about the Abstract Voice Podcast. It like, do you do an abstract voice on the podcast? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Um, Ooh, Sweet Home Alabama. That's such a good song. Sweet Home Alabama. I was just talking to someone from Alabama. I love that. Oh, you have some good choices. Do you just wake up and sing them? What's your vibe? Everybody else, what are your favorite songs? Tell me your favorite songs. I climbed a mountain that uh different energy. I can't read. So small. I don't have my glasses on. I'm just kidding. I'm not nearsighted. Um, yeah, that's the right one. Oh, your grandma was turning 100. Congratulations. Happy birthday to your grandma. Happy birthday, grandma. Um, Hotel California. Yes. Yes. That's wild. Mountains are so powerful. They're so powerful. I love mountains. Like, I mean, I could never really choose the type of like I would never just pick one landscape and say like that's the only landscape that I want, but mountains because of the way they are shaped and the way they kind of touch the sky and the energy that they send out and how deep they are in the earth, they're just a whole different frequency. And when I first started running, I would do a lot of my healing when I would run up mountains. So I would run as far as I could up a mountain. And, some days I would laugh, some days I would just be like stone, and then other days I would be running crying. Like, I'm like, mountains are so powerful. Of course, happy to help. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about spirituality or art or music or being ethical, like feel free to drop it in the chat. I don't have mountains. I live 2 hours from Lake Erie. My friend, there's so many synchronicities today. My friend is like 5 minutes from Lake Erie. They were just telling me that. Do you ever go bathe in the lake? It's a great experience. I highly recommend everybody do it right now for the portal, for like because this energy is bananas. Sandusky. Sandusky? Am I supposed to know what that is? Am I supposed to know? um, it's so loud. Oh, someone's outside cutting plants down. We have a lot of things overgrown. Oh, it's a city. Got it. I'm not as familiar with that side of the US, so I'm not really good. Oh, thank you for the heart. That's so cute. Tell me about your podcast. Um, but I did want to say, because I know that I was talking about ethics within music and things like that, but I do, thank you. I do just want to encourage all of you to really keep going on your journey, and never, never let your mind be the thing that decides who you are and how you show up in the world. Um, and as artists, it can be one of the most largest obstacles to overcome, because the only difference between, an artist who has hit like financial success or whatever they're trying to achieve versus an artist who's just starting out is just building the mental resilience to be able to do it, um, and redefine like what showing up means to you within your art. Um, and, you know, I always used to think that I could never share every aspect of me because it would never be successful, or like the algorithm wouldn't work, right? And for the longest time, people always told me, every coach I went to said, you need one niche, you need to do this, you need to do it this way and do it over and over and over. That's like an artist nightmare. It's like an artist nightmare. And I finally sat down and I manifested a coach, because I said, Spirit, ancestors, send me a coach who understands my energy, because no. Like, I'm an artist. I make many things. I can't just make one thing. And they sent me a coach who literally, like, the first week was like, Z, you're not here to create one thing. You're here to create many things. So create the things. I was like, thank you. um, Abstract Voice Podcast is a time of grace, as monologuing through the eyes of an abstract, feminine, intuitive artist. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. It also just gives me really good energy when I read it. Um, yes, a multi-passionate creatress. Exactly. Exactly. Um, and I just like know that many of us were taught to just be so linear, even in our verbiage are very like binary, and we're not necessarily like that. Energy is fluid, energy shifts, energy changes, our family changes, um, who we are evolves, our timeline shift. So to think that you would be doing the same thing your entire life is totally different. Like a couple years ago, I would have never thought I would be sitting here hugging my art with a Sailor Moon tattoo and a tattoo channeled by another artist from Ocean. Like that's, I never would have thought. Talking to all of you amazing souls. Benita! Hi, Benita! Oh, I'm glowing. Thank you. We have talked about so many things in here. Ask whatever questions you want to ask. It was originally about music and ethics, but we talked about astrology, mountains, my dating life. Yay, I know you two always find each other. So, for anybody, Benita is an upcoming model, and Sunny Delight, I love it, is an upcoming artist. Just so everybody knows. Just so everybody knows. The more you come to Z School for the Gifted, the more I'm going to share who you are, to put you in the spotlight. You're welcome. We as people are simplistic and complex. Yeah, totally. Totally. It's like we thrive in the simplistic and then we create the complex. I love it. I love these type of conversations. Sunny Sea Light. Ah, Benita always has good one-liners. Um, yes, they are an artist. Benita is also an artist, also creates like arts of work, like painting, many things. They sing, they dance, so many things. We were talking about in our last session, because they both were there, we were talking about in Z School for the Gifted, which if none of you have been there, you need to be there. It's Monday, Thursday, and Friday, and we just have so much fun. We talk about our gifts, we do your healing. If you feel like you can't stop crying that day, come stop by. If you feel like you just want to laugh and giggle, like the one of the classes, I just turned on Bootylicious and we danced to start the class. And sometimes we just drop into our bodies first. It all just depends. Um, Yeah. Can you tell us more about how to find monetary value in our art? Yeah. Okay. So, Benita, um, no, in general, as an artist, um, I feel like the most important thing to get you to creating monetary value for your art, regardless of what it is, whether you're like a painter or a dancer or a producer or a healer, right? I consider all those things arts. Being a content creator, it's all art. Um, you have to start with the value of your own self. Because if you do not value yourself, you're never going to be able to charge money for the art that you make, and you'll never be able to receive money for the art that you make. Choir classes are so fun and healing and crying and everything. Yeah, it's like a whole deal. And it's so much fun. And we always go over time, and I love it. And the reason why I say that is because artists are so tapped into their emotions and the divine. And so when the divine is like trying to send you money for your art, like you'll just keep blocking it until you work on your worth. So there's that energy, right? Like of preparing to receive money. Because if you just go out with scarcity and fear, that's what you're going to manifest when you go to sell your art. But when you go out into the world and you're ready to receive money, that's when you receive money for your art, and opportunities will start to come to you, no matter what it is. And your ancestors will begin to guide you to where you need to be. Um, and in the beginning of my artist journey, because I'm also like I'm an herbalist and things, so my like big jump into my artistry began with my apothecary, but it started with me healing myself and foraging for everything that I put into my products. It was really spiritual, and so I was ready to receive my gifts. So I was ready to create, which means I was ready to also begin receiving even more monetary value. And so the more I trusted in myself and loved myself, the more I made money in everything that I did. Like every time I went to a show, I would sell out. It's the reason why, the pricing for my products is the way that it is. It works for some people and not for everybody else, but it's because I receive money. I know it's an energy. So you have to keep working on your capacity. And if you're like someone who creates physical art, right? Like, put in the effort of putting yourself out there. Like people aren't going to know about your art or start commissioning you if you don't talk about it. Like there's the basic things of like, are you actually going to talk about your art? Are you going to show people you painting? Are you going to sit here and hug it, right? Like I actually didn't say to people that my art is for sale. I do make art for other people, and I will be sharing a commission link. So if you are wanting your own custom piece, I'm happy to make it for you. Um, Same thing with my poetry. I channel poetry for people as well. But you have to always consistently put yourself out there. Sometimes we think that the universe is going to bring us a bunch of opportunities just from sitting on our couch, but why would spirit do that? That is no growth for you whatsoever. You shouldn't want that. You shouldn't want that. You should have fun doing the thing that you love and feel motivated to go outside and create it. I'm hoping that you can. She's getting it out there with that thing. Um, Ooh, look at those crystal balls. I struggle with not wanting to let my paintings go. Any tips? There is an amusement park called Cedar Point. You should Google it. It's located beside Lake Erie. Mm, I love amusement parks. I love them so much. So much. There's actually a Six Flags in, I think, I don't remember if it's the Vacaville one or a different one when I was in LA. No, it's not LA. But if you get on it when they're about to do the fireworks, nobody else gets on it. And it's like this twisty turny ride, and it goes up into the sky, and you can see over the entire park. And it's like you're on a roller coaster through the fireworks. It's the best thing. I took my friend last time, and they were screaming because they thought they were going to get hit by fireworks. I'm like, you're not even close to it. It just looks that way. I was like, just enjoy being in the sparks. um, so, yeah. something that I said earlier on this call is um, my connection. So I strongly believe that the energy that I channel for my art is always from God and from spirit, the universe, cosmos, and spirit wants me to channel it so that I can share it with the world, right? Like I consider myself a light warrior, and so I also consider that these don't belong to me. Um, they belong to spirit and they belong to the world. And when we are in our ego, we feel super attached to things. Um, up into mountains like you did, going up into mountains and learning how to detach from physical items. I do this like every once a month or every couple weeks. I give away basically like almost all of my things. Um, because I'm on my own spiritual journey, it is requested of me, and I can easily overcome my ego and things like that the more I do it. And I've seen time and time again that when I give my art away or I give something away, it brings love so much to someone that that makes me happy. Like if my piece is just sitting on the wall for me to enjoy when really it's supposed to be with someone who's going to love it more than me, um, and live in their family and then maybe get passed on, like I would rather that happen than to hide my light in a way. Like that's what it feels like to me. It feels like I am hiding my light when I don't share my gifts, when I don't give it away. um and I never quite understood it, to be honest. I see a lot of artists do that. um but I get it. Like I totally get it because it is a piece of you, but again, like the ego tells you that you are you, but you are also energy and you are also spirit and you are infinitely connected. And so to me, I have accepted my path of using my light to help the world. That is my path. There is nothing in between. There is nothing in between. Um, so I wholeheartedly give things away. It's same thing when I give money away. I always bless it. Like I know some people are like, I don't want to give money away because I don't have money. I'm like, if I have $2, I will literally give it to somebody else. Like if I feel called to do that because I know it's gonna come back. Like I know it's always gonna come back. So that is what I believe, and that's how for me, like we're not meant to hold. This is just energy. It's just energy. The ego tells you that you need this. What do you need it for? What do you need it for? I want you to write it in the chat. um you are a good artist, Joe. Don't say that. Everybody makes a beautiful art. Thank you. I have art that I feel I can't sell. Yeah, it really just depends on the person. Hi, I'm feeling great. So, but think of it as it's not mine to keep is great. Yeah, it's not like, and I really do think it comes from a inner knowing and an inner feeling of the self of like what is most important to me and why is it important to me? What's most important to me is that I help the world in this lifetime. That is my sole mission of like I am here to divine and to exist to help heal and help balance energy. I'm also going to bring children into this world and like many other things and be a bright light. So I need to be able to create so I can pass it out to people, not create and hold it for myself. There's already enough of that. We don't take it with us when we pass anyways. So that's how I feel. um Brycey, I thought it was, oh, you thought it resembled a butterfly. Cool. Yeah, I do a lot of abstract type looking things, but I also draw anime that I haven't um posted yet. I gravitate toward your painting in the vertical image. Wait, so like this or like this image or the one I showed earlier, the blue one? um you just draw. Just scribble. Saul, you know how. You just scribble. Um, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I'm like hoarding all these paintings and yeah, exactly. Right? Like sometimes we have to be super realistic with ourselves and be like, what is the point of these paintings sitting on the wall aside from I have to dust them? Like literally, what is the paint? Like what is the paint? What is the what are they doing? What are they doing? And I don't think you were on the call earlier, but I had told a story about how I had channeled a piece of art for someone at my old apartment and how much joy it brought them. And they were a veteran who was going through a very dark time, and people just ignored them, and it like made them cry when I gave them a piece of my art. And they were just looking for love in the world, and people were being awful to them. Like that is what our art does. Like that's what we can do in this world. So your pieces that are sitting on the wall can help keep people here and find love and joy again. You already know how to create it. You know how to create it because you create art. Give it to somebody else. Give it to somebody else. Help. Like this is how we help. This is literally how people help. I've never understood it going into people's art galleries and they're like, I can't like do it. And I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Do it, do it, do it. Help, help people. We're here to help people. We're here to help. Like when people say they want to help and then they don't go help, I'm like, do you understand that you're actually not doing the helping? Like we're here to help. We're light warriors. We make things of light and then we like give it away. Um, do some caricatures. Yeah. Wait, are you telling me to do that or you want to try that? I would totally do that. Someone else told me to do that, so I feel like that's probably confirmation. I actually kind of draw sometimes like Basquiat. And I realize also that when I paint, I channel artists, other artists. That's how I create things. So they help me like do what they do. That's how I learn. Same way I started learning guitar because Jimi Hendrix came. And like I was like, help. um and then Bob Marley came in and was like, you need to be more consistent. How about you like go get your like coffee and then, like sit every morning in the sunshine with your guitar. And I was like, okay. And then I forgot and didn't do it. And then someone I saw at the guitar store was like, hey, you need to sit down with your new guitar that you got here and said the exact same thing. And I was like, understood, Bob. See you later. Like, I got it. Yeah, work on releasing it. It's okay to let it go. It's okay. Um, it's okay. It's completely okay. Create a website. Yeah, create a website. I was just talking. If anybody needs a landing page or a website, my friend, like, literally has the best team. And she and I are collaborating together to give access um, to folks to elevate them because she likes to give back to communities that do not have access. And she has a ton of access. And she used to work within like the high fashion realm. So she knows a lot of luxury just like I do, and she worked for Chanel and Hermes, and she's like the best marketing person I've ever, like she's on my butt all the time about Z, why didn't you tell us this to I was like, I don't know. So they're amazing. So if anybody needs a site, you message me, you tell me, and I will get you connected with her and it'll be beautiful. um I wish I could draw. Joe, you can draw. How do you put a price tag to your art and how you know the price tag is coming in from ego or not? Yeah, comfort. If you um ask spirit to tell you how much it is, that that is not ego. If you so right, I kind of see my art as like a gift from God, right? That's what it is. So to me, spirit is priceless. Spirit is priceless, right? I am priceless. So I can't be shy with my prices. And the right people will always pay whatever price because they'll see the value in it. Um, Most people value their art too low because they don't value themselves. But as an activist, we cannot do anything in this world without money. We cannot help people heal without money. It's an energy. Um, so when you are pricing your stuff, look at it and and ask yourself, like, I know this is priceless, but what is the price? Like, if I saw this, like, what would I charge? Knowing that myself, I divine from God, I see the future. My name is Ngozi Okechi. My name literally means a gift from God. I know my value. Of course, I'm going to price this higher than the average person because that's what I believe in. Because I also am here to help people and I need money to be able to do that. So I trust that spirit will always bring me the people to buy things. Always, 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 always. Um, but if you are sitting there and you're pricing things and you're like, I just want money so I can meh, meh, ego, right? If I'm like, I don't want to charge for my art because blah, 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 still ego. It's your self-worth. It's just a different type of ego. Um, you have to be able to charge for your, it's energy. Everything is energy. There has to be some sort of exchange in order to keep things in balance. So what kind of exchange are you going to create for yourself? Um, that way. Oh, thank you for the donation. Yeah. And honestly, like, your capacity for pricing is going to change. In the beginning of my career, my stuff was a totally different price. And then I switched my business and I had to increase my prices, but I also wanted to help other people. So I have a scale of things that are accessible for different folks, right? Like, um, Z School for the Gifted, $22. My VIP coaching for 6 months. Like, now my prices have gone up. They sometimes will even double depending on what needs to happen, whatever spirit tells me to do. So like it just changes. My mid tier, like 7,000, and then it goes up from there. Um, yeah. So it's just whatever you are comfortable with, whatever your capacity is. Because I know that money is also something that spirit is helping me divine in so that I can give it back out to the people. And so I do what is best. This is so true. I couldn't imagine if my favorite artists chose to not share their gifts. Right. Imagine if every artist in the whole world didn't share their paintings. What about Picasso? What about Monet? How would we know about pointillism? You know what I mean? Like, everybody needs to share their art. Like, I love sharing my art. I was saying earlier that I didn't even know that I could paint like this. Like, this is watercolor, but it looks like oil. And so, like, you will never know what you can do until you do it and then share it with other people. Like, I never, that person that I gave my art to would have left this earth if I didn't find them when I found them and just drew with my pencils because I happened to have my notebook and whatever. You know what I mean? Um, if anyone needs motivation audio, yay! Comfort realistic. BTW guys. Yes, Benita, thank you. We have 15 minutes to get me to the next round. Yeah, I only have 15 minutes to get to the next round. And I can't even vote right now because um ah because my time is not even like I can't. Yeah. Yeah, we have 10 minutes. I mean, it is what it is. I'm in third. Ah. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Thanks, Benita, for sharing. I've been sharing that too. We would all be hoarders. Wow, I feel this was so good. The link is in the description. Yeah, so showing up in front of a camera, um, I would say just be as comfortable as you can. Um, it's a lot of shadow work, to be honest. And remembering that you are just having a conversation and being open to that. And, I feel like sometimes people are really uncomfortable being in front of the camera. because it requires vulnerability and showing yourself. And there's so many moments too when you go live and sometimes nobody's there. And those are the times that I force myself to stay there and keep talking. And then sometimes there's moments like this. Um, we're second now. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I don't have like everybody needs to vote. I told Benita, I was like we have I was like at the last minute, like can we just dump a bunch of money in there and like try and get to first? But I can't even get to my thing right now. It's not letting me vote on you. And I'm like not really um up yet. Hold on, people. This is an emergency. Everybody go vote. Everybody go vote. Thank you, Benita. Let me see. Um, I'm pausing because my thing was like, yeah, I can't vote. A lot of like, hi, Shira. Everybody, make sure you go vote. Benita's keeping a watch for me. Thank you so much. Yes, vote right now. Everybody vote right now. If you have like $20, $50, if you have $500, we literally have 10 minutes. Um, yes, open it up on your laptop. I can't vote because my time is like at 5 p.m. and that's when it ends. It literally ends in 9 minutes. Um, I'm located in Sacramento, California. Yay, please go vote. Everybody go vote. We can get to number one in 8 minutes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Benita, where are we at? Benita's doing a live report. Oh my goodness. Come on, we gotta make the sweep. We gotta make the sweep. Everybody just go in the description and click vote. It's all a donation. And if you have a business, you can write it off. It's totally fine. I literally can't vote. I'm gonna check my other phone. Hold on. Pause. Okay. I'm gonna check. I've got two phones. Thank you so much. I love compliments. Everybody, make sure you're voting. Go vote. I think mine's at 5. I can't vote. Ah, come on, Benita. Thank you so much. Everybody, keep donating. Oh my gosh, we have 7 minutes. I can't freaking vote. I can't vote. I'm gonna check this one. I found out how to vote in two different things. I can't vote. I can't freaking vote. Oh my gosh, this is so nerve-wracking. Oh, I like need to message my friend. I need to tell them to go vote. I voted. Yay! Thank you, Shira. Come on, everybody, say Hail Mary. We're all gonna pray. Hold on, I'm gonna get my other laptop. Woo, Polly. Woo. Woo, Paulo. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm back. Um, delete your cookies and go to the site again. Yes, keep voting. Come on, keep voting. You're all geniuses. We have 6 minutes to get to number one. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to turn on this computer. I literally have stolen every laptop I can think of in the entire house. Text everybody, text everybody. Everybody text everybody else. share. Okay. I'm gonna just start blasting people right now. Vote. Just sending it. Texting. Okay, we have 5 minutes. Come on, everybody, we can do this. Come on. How are we doing? Make sure you log out and use a different email address. Yes, that's what I was doing. I eventually got caught. Yeah, log out, sign into your phone, or sign into, I think you can do, now it depends on the browser. So certain ones are set up with Apple, Google, and I don't remember the third one. And then other ones just have an email address. Yeah, but delete the cookies and history. Okay. Everyone's paying attention. We're all paying attention. Deleting everything right now. Come on, baby, we can do this. I'm not gonna throw up. We have 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes. Oh my goodness. This is so stressful. From last 15 minutes. Okay, I was gonna vote from my, okay, sign in with Facebook. Oh my gosh, we have 4 minutes. We can do this. Don't panic. It's having trouble reading my face. Come on. Let's do this. Oh, all these things. Come on, everybody. How are we doing? How are we voting? We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes, everybody. Okay, I can't do that right now. 3 minutes, folks. Okay, I need to get my card. I need to get my card. I need to get my card. This is when we don't panic because my card is literally on my desk. Come on, everybody. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. Okay, we have 2 minutes. How's everybody doing? Thank you for voting. Keep going. Keep going. I was saying earlier that being in this, someone asked me how this competition made me feel. And I was saying that it literally gives me gas. I need to stop talking so I can focus. From here to here. Done. Okay. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're all just gonna be a little silent, meaning we're all me. Oh my god, yay! Oh my god, we have 1 minute! We gotta hold it! We gotta hold it! We gotta hold it! Come on, people, we can do this! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! We can do this! We can do this! Yes, everybody! We can hold it for 1 minute! Benny's like, keep it going! Keep it going! Keep it going! Oh my gosh! Oh no, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. We have 1 minute, we can hold it, we gotta hold it, we gotta hold it for 1 minute. Let's go. Oh, 10 seconds left. Come on, people, we can do this. I think we made it. We actually make it? Sorry. I think we freaking made it, everybody! Oh! 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 Oh, my head! Oh my gosh, we made it! I think we made it! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, we freaking made it. Oh, you guys, we made it. Yay! I literally cry all the time. Thank you. Oh my goodness. This competition gives me gas. We made it. Oh my goodness, do you know that what we just did? Oh, I'm gonna like literally have diarrhea. Oh my gosh, we made it. Oh, I wish I could give you all a hug. Like, oh my goodness, what? Oh! I don't even know what to say. My eyes are burning because I have mascara on. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea how much this means to me. It's like my dream to get on stage and help people and change the music industry, and like we made it to the next round. This is the final round. Like, this is it. This is it. Everybody hears the music. And in this round, depending on where you get, like, you still get to go talk to producers. So, like, I don't think you really understand what you just did. Not diarrhea. I love you too, Sheila. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really gonna bawl my eyes out. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was supposed to be ready for dinner by 5:30. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we just did that. Can you believe we just did that? How are you all feeling? This is literally... I can't even like you have no idea. I'm so grateful for you all. Yeah. Yay! I'm glad you feel amazing. And also thank you, Benita, for coming on here and helping. Everybody for helping. I promised Benita a ticket already, so I can get her straight into modeling. Yay! I wish I could give you a hug, but you're in Canada. Yay! You should be on top of the world. Oh, I'm literally gonna remember. I need to write everybody's name down. I need to write everybody's name down. I'm gonna do a candle reading for everybody, for abundance and wealth, and I'm gonna write on the back of my art. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, Spirit. I'm literally gonna open the roads for every single one of you. Shira. I know Joe was in there. Abstract Voice Podcast. What is your name? Or do you go by that? I don't judge anybody. Oh, hi! Hugs and kisses. Ah. Oh my. I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Oh my gosh, they already started the clock for the next round. Okay, we have 2 days. They already started it. They already started the clock. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I need everybody's name. Victoria. Ah, thank you. Strawberry cake. I love that. Drink some water. Okay, you know what? I love that you said that because my ancestors always tell me to drink water because water is my element and I'm always dehydrated. So thank you. I filled this water bottle, told myself today I was going to drink it. This is my first time opening it because I'm so like, I was outside chopping weeds with my mother. Okay. Oh, okay. Strawberry cake. Cake, what's your name? Oh, my phone's gonna die. No, I'm plugged in. Strawberry cake, what's your name? Joe was in here too. I'm gonna just give you all. I'm just gonna send all the wealth, all the things. I'm gonna. You have no idea what you just did. Yes, I can finish it. Cheers. Is anybody else drinking water? Cheers. It's not even open. Oh, oh, oh. Such. I was literally praying for that today. Hi, Camilla. Camilla, right? Or is it Camilla? The first one or the second? Me drinking water. Okay, you're drinking water too. Oh, you just grabbed the tea? Oh, goodness. Benita. Let's all drink water. Let's listen to Victoria, everybody. Ah, this is why we all need to share our gifts and tell people when we need help. For the longest time, my entire life, because I was so traumatized growing up, I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak. I even had a stutter, and I healed my own stuttering when I decided to stick up for myself. Like, this is why we do this together. Like I really don't think you all understand what you just did because I have folks like lined up in my back pocket to help me like get trucks together, bring food to people on the street, and start like really, really helping people. But I need help and I need visibility to be able to get there. And so, like, I love you all so much. Your reaction is so authentic. And how much am I? Are you selling that for? This one. This one's I'm selling it for 444. And then my bigger piece, the this one, which I'm changing the frames and actually putting more stuff on them. Um, this one's 2000. Well, I wrote on the back. Well, I feel like it's a monumentous moment. Um, thank you. It is like literally like this is how I feel. Like I have trouble articulating like exactly what's feeling like what I can't even say it like what I'm feeling because it's so strong. Yes, rose and hibiscus tea. I actually drink rose and hibiscus tea all the time and I love it so much. So much. Yeah, it's hard to ask for help. It's so hard to ask for help after you've been, you know, traumatized. Um, oh, oh, um, selling my reaction. I didn't know if that was a thing. I guess I could clip it. I'm gonna say $8,000. $8,000. That's basically what I'm gonna need to for for things very soon. Um, well, too bad it was a joke. I answered it. You can write a poem on the back of the blue one. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love when people give great ideas. Yeah, Benita's so you are an angel. All of you are angels. Can you put the clone, clone? I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'm just so glad because you're all like soul tribe and you're meeting each other. I'm like a proud mama. I'm so proud. Wait, I need to vote. Now that I can vote. Oh, whew. Ooh, I'm telling you, people. Serious, guys. My friends are gonna be like, "Why are you farting so much in the car?" And be like, "You have no idea what I just went through." You have no idea. Oh, hi. Your growth is monumental. That means there's hope. Of course, there's hope for you. There's hope for everybody. Adding for help is a growth point for me. Yeah. Can you, Eddie? I'm not quite understanding what you're saying. Oh, what do my markings mean from Lauren? So on my face? Yeah, so Ori is like an African practice, but markings are across many cultures, and I'm very multi-ethnic. But this one in particular, um, it's like believed that people would put markings on their body as an expression of their soul on the outside, and for also your ancestors to be able to recognize you and people to know where you were from. So certain markings meant something geographically, spiritually, and just culturally, but also an expression of who you are and what you love. And I have kind of a mix of my markings. I channeled my markings, and my markings are always the same. And as I went on my journey, I also learned that um, there's actually an Orisha that has very similar markings to me. I usually have them here and like up here and all these things. And I didn't know that. And someone the ancestors sent to me told me that. But also, they also sent me somebody else who when they saw my dots, because sometimes I do different numbers, but usually a similar number. Today I only have four. Um, and they walked over and it was very ancestral and they went, Do re mi fa sol la ti do, and they like sang and I just was like, Yep. um, so it's an expression of who I am and my soul and my alignment, and depending on the energy that I feel that day depicts the amount or decides the amount of markings that I put on my face. Um, and I will also sometimes have different markings around my eyes if I'm grieving, just as like honoring tears or honoring plants. This part is a very sensitive area, so sometimes when I put markings there, it's like for protection, and when I do here, it's very much so my warrior spirit. Um, so it really just depends. This is more of my like I don't know, like a toned down version. Like I'm feeling, my energy feels like this today, so that's kind of what I was expressing. But it really just depends. Um, but that's usually what they mean. I appreciate you asking. Um, thank you. Good night, uh, Victoria. Thank you again so much. How do you spell that? Ori. Ori. I'm sorry. I want the. Oh, Eddie, I really wish I knew what you were talking about for. Bye. Fibonacci. Yeah. Night, hugs and love. Good night. Sleep well. Wait, does anybody know what Eddie's saying? Am I a fairy? Yes. Good night, Shira. No, Shira's not leaving. I'm in Northern California at the moment. And then I kind of float around different places. I'm always traveling. Um, Sometimes I go for work. Sometimes I go just to get away. Sometimes I travel like I did to go see my billboard. But Northern California. Please spare Eddie, I really don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know. But yeah, I do consider myself a fairy. Um, it's energy that's been with me since I was little, and I've actually been traveling back to remember those memories, even when I was little. And I don't know if anybody else had them, but there were these things, it was like fairies on a stick, and you could pull the string and they would fly. And I used to have that all the time. It was like one of my favorite things, and I always went outside and like sat amongst the plants. And I mean, kids aren't really scared of things, and I would go play with like water snakes and run in the field in the back until I started to see ghosts back there. Um, and I would like, if I cut myself, I would take plants and I would wrap it around my arm and I would go, like, I was very like in touch. with nature. And yeah, I just have always loved fairies. I always find people, or we always find each other. Fairy energy is very strong. Fairies are actually also warriors. That's why some people don't like to work with the fae because they will kick your butt if they need to, and it'll be more than one of them. um, yeah, I'm originally from California. Um, oh yes, you had those too. That's like really synchronistic to me. Oh my God, I had them too, and been getting a lot of elemental synchronicities. I love that. Also did the thing with plants. That's crazy. Yeah, so I like fairy energy is very interesting. I'm still trying to process what we just did. I'm being perfectly honest, my stomach's hurting. Um, and I do have to get going in like 4 minutes, because I'm supposed to be picked up at 5:30 for dinner. And something else my friends invited me to. I don't know, I just go where they take me. Um, but yeah, like fairies are so random but beautiful at the same time. And we're very in touch with love. We're very in touch with like emotions, but we're also very fierce. And I feel like fairies are very strong in general because they're approachable. We're very approachable, we're very loving, but when we need to step in, like, and be a different energy, we can do that because we can use all the elements. And we're really good at alchemizing energy because we can be with Pachamama and the sky and stones and things like that. And even when I met my first fairies, my guides, it was such a magical experience because I kept seeing three of them. There's more, but there's three main ones. And I kept hearing them, and I was like, what is going on in here? And I started like building fairy things in my space to welcome them in. Like you can create fairy doors and things like that. Um, and I went to someone who does my Reiki. I didn't tell them about my fairies. And then I started to see them because we do visualizations. And I was like, there they are again. I didn't say anything. And then she was like, you have three fairies who are trying to talk to you. And I was like, yeah, I just met them. So they will always see you. I miss you too, Shira. Yeah, come back to a session very soon. Eddie, I really wish I knew what you were talking about. I, re- I really do. Hi, Jason. Um, Let me check my computer really quickly because sometimes my friends are late. Let's see. Oh, they're already on their way. Oops. Um, Eddie, what are you talking about? Thank you, Shira. Yes, everybody keep voting. Vote now, vote for the rest of your life. No, I'm just kidding. What we did today was magical. If you were not on this call, we literally made it to number one in like 10 minutes. Like, and I cried. We all cried together and believe in miracles. That's how I feel. So I do see floaters that I used to see when younger. I started to see them recently again. I like to think those are my fairies because I do believe I work with fairies. Yeah, of course you work with fairies. You're such a fairy. Um, you're literally every day like la 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 la. Yeah, trust it. If you feel like those are your fairies and fairy energy, they're fairies. You also have a ton of fairy lights and plants all over the place. Of course, you're a fairy. Um, and I tend to gravitate, like pull in people who have some sort of fairy energy because fae energy is very strong. It's very old. Everything is old essentially, but fairy energy and the way we communicate is like very precise. I just pulled onto YouTube because I was in the grocery store getting the urge to get on. Oh, yeah, that was probably like, please, Shira, hello. Soul calling, reaching out, like, beep, beep, beep. You know, yes, miracles happen all the time. I truly believe in miracles. Like, I truly, truly do. Like, there's so many moments in my life where I shouldn't even be alive. I don't know how I made it. And like if it wasn't for all of you and the miracle you just performed, like I wouldn't be able to go on in the competition that's going to be done in like 2 days. So I strongly believe in miracles. There's like one of the biggest miracles, and I'll share this with you all, like is when I really found out about reincarnation, when I met the soul of one of my future children, and it's actually someone I know because they wanted to come back because they had a traumatic life. And they told me that they didn't have the life that they were wanting, and they didn't listen to me while they were alive. And I had tried to lead them to the light, like to a better life, but I didn't know everything that was going on with them. And they chose to come back. And the most beautiful thing was, I thought I was going crazy, um, but we got it all on video when they came through. And one of my other friends was also there channeling, and it was one of the most powerful things. Like that's how I like was like miracles every day, like so many miracles, like so many. Um, Hi. Okay, Eddie. What? Shira, yeah, definitely message me, and let me know. June, I am going to be traveling, but depending on where you're at, I did the same thing for Benita. Like, just let me know whenever you're in California, and if I'm in close proximity or whatever, like, happy to grab tea. Happy to grab tea or see a fun movie. Um, I love that you're traveling too. I'm really excited for you. Um, okay, I have 1 more minute left. Does anybody have any other questions? You're all sweet souls. I'm gonna send you billionaire energy. Anybody, 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 anybody? And please do believe in your capabilities. Oh, thank you. Jesus loves you too. Ah, thank you, Benita. I'm sending you so much love. Um, yeah, I'll definitely let you know. I love New York. I'm trying to manifest a billboard there. Um, Yay, I'm glad I made your day. Yeah, I'm glad we all listened to our intuition because it has been a very magical day, and you all just got me like one step closer to helping so many people. This is such a blessing, and I love you all so much. Um, I'm so glad you're reading, Shira. Keep going, keep going. I'm going to head out. My phone is about to die, so I'm gonna try and charge it for like 5 minutes. Um, Yay, I love you too. Sending you so much hugs. Um, Keep going. Everything happens for a reason. I know we were all here for a reason, and I believe that all of you are going to strongly step into the spotlight and make such a difference. And I'm here to support you as much as I can, with whatever I can. So please don't ever be afraid to ask me questions on videos. I will find your comment. Spirit will always send me to the comment, even if there's hundreds. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get going, everybody. Um, I will see you all very soon. I love you. I love you. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, look at this affirmation right when I close it. I accept myself without conditions. Whoever needed to hear that.